Yeah, you can see with the floor, I've put these battens across. I've put lots in relatively close together because I don't want any sort of sagging on the plywood. I'm also going to put some like intermediate ones, some smaller ones between these. But yeah, just a quick tip really. I've not put these down yet, just so that they roughly all the same size, which will make cutting the insulation easier, and this will be more professional and uniform rather than measuring each one or just putting it where I feel like. You get a piece of wood, cut it to the size that you need, and just put it between all the way along like you would with a fence. That area there is where the diesel heater is going to go. It's going to sit on there. So somewhere in there I'm going to cut the holes out for the plate. So I want it to be bare metal, that bit. I don't want to insulate it because I don't want the diesel heater to be on an insulated platform. So for this first bit, I've just used a couple of bits of wood just to make sure that I know that it's straight from end to end. So I've used one at this end, one at that end, and it stops there at my line around where the diesel heater is going to be. I'm going to do one more now and then plod on. I've put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battens. That being the 6th. Just putting the 7th in now. How I've been doing it, I've got my piece of wood. For this wheel arch I've used a slightly different piece, a slightly shorter piece. Put it on end, mark it with a permanent marker. Then I've put it on other end and then marked it again with a permanent marker. And then I've gone all the way along, moved it out of the way. Then I've gone down it with the silicone just next to the line, so 1, 2, oh there's one there as well. And get my piece of wood, putting it in at one end. I've got a pilot hole. Well, I've got a pilot drill bit. Get a drill. Get the screw, put it in. What's going off on the end of this? Then I move that wood. Oy. To that side. I only ever look so awkward when I'm doing it on camera because I'm always holding the camera with one hand. Should put it down really, shouldn't I? Let's do that. There. Heat shrink. It's for wires.
How do you know what hat is?
Because that's what I bought it for, darling.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Yay!
Thank you. And now this piece.
Yeah.
So you're going to stick it down. You ready to squash it in?
Hey! Hey!
I'm not actually insulating the floor.
You've been insulating the floor?
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, what are you doing there?
Trying to patchwork it.
Oh, look at that fit. Look at that fit. Morning, guys. Did the insulation for the floor yesterday. I think we've done a good job of it. Me and my partner Becca, we both had a crack at it. Nice and neat. Nice easy job. As you can see though, it's not foil backed. The vapour barrier on the roof and what's going to be on the walls kind of needs to go across the floor as well. Lots of other people use the Celotex stuff that's already got like a foil backing, and I've not. So I'm going to have a go at doing the same stuff as what I put up here, but first I kind of just need to get a rough measurement of the walls, how much I'm going to need, and see if I've got any left over for the floor, because I'd consider the walls slightly more important than the floor. But yeah, I'll just show you the job that we did yesterday. I'm really chuffed with it. She's even managed to go around. What we did is we put some silicone on the high points underneath, just to hope that it prevents it from rocking around or squeaking or anything like that. All you can do is minimise the risk, but you can't exclude it completely. There's always a chance that it's gonna squeak underfoot. Hopefully not though. There you go. Like you can see, she's even gone round the corners of that, look, bless her. I should definitely have got enough of this stuff because there's a right load of it, but I just want to make sure. What I've had to do, because the EC155s are there, I've had to put a wire that's going to go under the floor all the way to the diesel heater and the electrics. But because it's quarantine, whatever you call it, coronavirus central, and you can't get out anywhere, I can't buy any wire, at least not in a rush. So I'm just going to take a shortcut and go straight through. You ready? Go around corner. I'm doing it slow.
You're doing it
Yeah.
Let me come.
Come here. What you writing on there?
Where's like? I don't want to play this game.
Right, we've done pump. Put that can be socket 1. Taped them together so that they're all nice and neat. These flats are probably going to be a bit of bother. And I'm just going to take this out so that it's not in there. And I'm just going to... Well, that worked. I'm just going to force it all through. We've got labels right around everything. Force it all through like this. It's easier than doing one wire at a time, isn't it? What I've done, right, these are the wires that stick out of the conduit. I've labelled them all up so that on the other side I know which wire goes to which one, and I've put connectors on them, spade connectors. So the idea is, on this wiring loom that comes with the Sargent, obviously there's a ton of wires there that are all designed to go to different things, slightly different thicknesses for different amps. They've all already got connectors built into them that are going to go into the actual Sargent itself. Some of them even fuse, look. I'm going to cut this, let's just say there, and just get the front section coming out of the EC155 to there. And then I'm going to join them to my relevant wire. Doesn't matter what colour they are, because wire's wire. These are all 1mm thick. And on the other side, I'm going to use the other half. I'm going to use the other half of the wire and just continue it. So it'll have the same colour on either end of the wire, but in the middle there's just this random colour scheme going off. That's my plan anyway, so let's hope it's alright. These are going to go to, I've got my socket 1, socket 2 and socket 3, and then I've got an LED 1 and an LED 2, so those wires are fine for that. And then I've got a pump's in there somewhere. There's a pump in there as well, 12 volt pump there. Then lastly I've got this, which is 2mm twin core cable from an auto electrician place. Was originally going to use this from my MPPC controller to my battery, but I'm actually going to just use the solar panel wire. They use 3mm thick wire, and that's what they recommend on their website, so I might as well just stick with using that for a 10 amp 100 watt solar panel to the battery with a 20 amp fuse. So yeah, so that's that. That's what I'm going to do. These wires should be plenty good enough. This one actually, what I was getting at, that's actually going to the diesel heater. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with it yet. I might not even need this negative that's going through there, but I've got it. So see if it's see how I wire that up when it comes to it. I do think that the diesel heater does come with a big wire inside the box, but who cares? I've got a wire there that's going to be attached to the EC155. So any wiring that comes with the diesel heater, I should be able to put it straight into this. It's coming together now. So we've got me wiring that sits flush. We've got the insulation down, we've got the walls up, tops aren't sorted yet. And now I'm going to roll that insulation across here. I can't use the contact adhesive stuff though, because it actually melts the plastic insulation for some strange reason. So yeah, I'm going to go all the way across the floor down to here, do that side. Got this bit to do down here, a little bit of a cut out there, a little bit of a corner to miss off of there for this to come through. In fact, don't need to do that bit. And then this is the only bit really where I've got to concentrate. I've got two cuts to make, one there, and I've got this corner to cut out. Right, I've got the floors down. I've just not screwed this panel down yet. You can actually see my old working out. And I want the table to be bang in the centre. So I'll just have a quick check at either side, make sure that they're about right. And then I'm going to draw a cross. I'm going to draw a cross between this. So I'm going to just do a right quick video and just tell everybody what I'm doing. You think that's a good idea? What you eating, Charles? You eating kiwi? Do you like it? It tastes like sweeties. Right, what I'm going to do, well what I've done, because the flooring isn't reliable, like the line that's cut into it's not reliable to be able to mark against. And the back juts out more than the other panel. This one's got a rib and a sliding door and not on the other side. So the only points that I can see, because everything's covered up and whatnot, as like a datum, is these wheel arches. So what I did is I got this piece of wood and I wedged it between these two, like this. Not that it's rocket science, but I wedged it between these two like that. Funnily enough, it fit perfectly. Why? Because it works. So I've put that there, made a line, and then I've done the same on the other side. So now I've got a square, well, rectangle, as you can see. And then I've drawn a cross from one corner to the other, and the same on the other side. So now we know where the centre is. So now I can get my steel roll and I can measure from there to the edge of this line, so that I can do it towards, so that I can mark it between my long lines that I've just put in where the seats are going to be. So I can do it over there and over here, so I know where the centre is, which means I'll be able to do another cross where the true centre of the area is that I actually want to be my like foot area. And then I'm going to drill a hole in the centre to to put the foot, like, I can't see them under there.
Dad. Hi, Dad. Squeeze. Thanks.
You're
Do
welcome.
you want to do some?
I've remarked it all out. The bed's actually 6'3" long, which is much better than what it was going to be when it was going to be between there. I've marked it all out, and I've now found the centre, the true centre where the table leg's going. So I need to mark out now there, and unfortunately, because the table leg's base is so deep, it's deeper than my van. The floor is on my van, so it's actually going to have to be raised slightly. Got it cut over there. I've got it cut into slots here. I'll just put a couple of pieces of wood in them bits that are there, and that's it. It's in. All the floor's done.